Well, here it is. The men's manual. We have decided to go through this book. All right. Now, if you're not sure what I'm talking about, go to my last video. I was talking with my favorite Canadian and one of our biggest fans. You know who you are. Hi, how you doing? Anyway, we were talking about the men's manual and how both of us, and there's other people that I've talked to that were like, I'm curious what it says in there. I'm curious like how the teachings of Bill Gothard resulted in all of these men doing some of the things that they did, right? One of the things that we talked about was the fact that these books were on the shelves of all of our homes, and most, if not all, of the women and girls that were in these homes never picked up these books, never looked at them, never opened it up to see what it said to men. And there's a reason, and I'm going to talk about it. I want to know if you're someone that grew up in IBLP, if you ever dared to open the men's manual. So I remember when my parents were in it, and remember, I entered this cult when I was 18. I had just barely turned 18. So I didn't grow up in this. A lot of my peers grew up in this. I can remember I was in the Air Force coming back and forth, and so like I wasn't at home all the time and would see new books. And I remember specifically my dad or in some conference, like it was either my dad or my mom or someone in the conference telling me that I was absolutely not allowed to open any material specific to men. And I was, okay, whatever. Like, I wasn't really interested in, like, figuring it out. And then I was like, well, maybe it's because they tell them things that they don't want the women to know, which should have been a red flag. Like, but I was dumb about red flags when I was that age. But anyway, that's another story all in of itself. Like, that should have been the red flag, right? Like, you can't, as a woman, know what I'm telling the men.